why I don't like human design.
Welcome to our living room and functional human design.
My name's Jess.
And I'm Reid.
Oh, today is going to be a little bit more of a rant because I am on one today.
I can feel it. We're leaning into it.
We're leaning into it. And I am so excited because our Skool community is really starting to build and take off. And I'm having so much fun reading charts, and it's really such a blast. And in fact, I just got off a call with a new friend that I just met, and it was like the best call ever. And then she said something that made me so mad, not at her, but at the human design community. And it's because human design is an incredibly complex system of both science and metaphysical. I don't know what else to call it.
We're talking 8 different modalities put together.
Right. It's 8 modalities.
It's called the science of differentiation. It's not going to just be a walk in the park.
Like on the book, it's the science of differentiation. This isn't just some woo-woo spiritual crap. There's a ton of science behind it. And so many people have taken human design and then just regurgitated the same information without actually understanding what it means.
It's because some people, I noticed, I've just seen just a lot of accounts where people start with astrology readings, or they start with a spiritual guidance kind of counseling point of view.
Right.
And you can't just take one route. It's like you got to expand a lot to be able to dive deep.
And it takes, like, I am 4.5, 5 years into this, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Yeah, like, it'll be another 30 years before I'm like, yeah, I know this inside and out. Because it is so incredibly complex. Like, and then it's not just 8 modalities. It's also that human design is the explanation for the energetic system within our body, like how the energy functions, just like our digestive system, just like our nervous system, just like our reproductive system, like all the systems that we have in our bodies are important. And our energetic system is important. But I think people it's capitalism. It's capitalism that just irks the shit out of me. Because it's like, why do we have to take something that is so good and then turn it into a way to make money? And no, we could do that with everything that's good, anything that's good. Why does it just have to be a way to make money? Like, it's like a cash grab, a land grab. And that, it just torques the shit out of me, because what the world is missing is the law of reciprocity. Like, when you give to someone, when you share with someone and it helps them, it changes their life, they automatically want to help you. And that, it's such a beautiful thing that if we just give without expecting anything in return, it's amazing what is gifted to us, what is shared with us. But it's like, people get so worried that they're not going to receive when they give.
Yeah. There's this other side of, when you're talking about capitalism, there's this idea that there needs to be a simple explanation for it to be applied. And like, all of this information needs to be boiled down to this one thing, and then you can just apply it to everything.
Like, everything can be a TikTok video.
But it's
and
really...
it can't. It's more complex than
right.
that.
It's like, it really needs to be drawn out like your life is drawn out. Like, your life is complex in the sense that you have a design that you may have been a snapshot of that design when you're born. But if you noticed, if you have a human design app, you go through everything that everybody else goes through too. Does that mean you're experiencing it the same exact way? No, which makes it even more complex and more mind-blowing. So it's almost like the more questions we ask, the more questions we're going to ask.
Yes.
And that's what makes it so beautiful.
It's that it truly is an individual journey for your life. Like, it's it's so many times we're told who we are and who we're not, and how we are and how to function, and everybody's just gaslighting the shit out of each other. And if anyone really knew how to identify narcissists in 6 easy steps, we wouldn't have one in office. And yet we've got an entire government full of them. We've got massive corporations full of them. Why? Because our literal country, our world, has been designed for people that just have no empathy, don't care about people, and they just want to take and take and take. And then when we do that to something like human design, it just makes it so freaking gross. So the story that this gal told me, without disclosing any information, was that she went to a business retreat type thing, and they had her do check boxes of, like, is she in her shadow or her gift or not? And she was like fully in her shadow. And I'm like, that isn't even true.
Right.
It's not true. It's just a freaking lie, because you wouldn't have been able to find success. You wouldn't be magnetic. You wouldn't be doing the things that you're doing.
She wouldn't have gotten your attention so easily.
Right. Like, it's like, no, like, quit putting that shame on people and honor that it is a massive system of science, and that if you don't slow down, and realize that it's going to take a journey to understand who you are, and you can start today. Like, there are very easy, actionable steps. In fact, if you want the steps to understanding how to make a difference with your design today, go watch the aura video. It's about understanding your aura, whether you're a manifestor, generator, manifesting generator, projector, or reflector. Go watch that video and understand that this is how you're being perceived. And when you understand that dynamic, it will make everything easier. The second step is understanding how you make decisions. We are both emotional authorities. That means we need to wait till we've gone through some emotional waves to really make a decision. For me, I have to sleep on it. Like, I have to go through the waves, and then I need to sleep, and then I can make a decision. But people who are sacrally defined, total different system. They need a bunch of yes/no questions. And we'll do a video on, like, how to make decisions according to your chart. Splenic authority, total different thing. Mental authority, total different thing. The first 2 steps with human design is understanding how your aura functions. And it's really simple. That's why we were able to do it in one video, but yet it was like a 30-minute video. It wasn't a 2-minute TikTok.
Right.
And then the second thing is how you make decisions. Once you can build trust with the system, because it's kind of freakishly accurate. Like, when you first get it, like when you first look at your chart, it's like, this is a little creepy. And it's like you need to kind of build a relationship with it. And if you build a relationship with it via how you're making decisions, just being consciously aware of it, how your aura functions, then it makes it easier to go deeper. You're like, okay, now maybe I'll start to study my incarnation cross, or now I'll start to look at, like, my defined centers versus undefined centers. But it's a really complex, and it takes time.
My first mistake was going at it so hard and fast to try to understand everything about it in order to understand me, as if I could master it.
Like, you could master your entire life in 3 hours on an app?
Right, but I couldn't just master myself. I had to understand what it was all about. And having impatience to understand what it is all about is like saying, I'm not important. I need to know something to be important. And mastering,
Capitalism.
That's mastering. I struggle with the word mastering often, because mastering means above, and it can be a real problem. It's master and slave. It came from traditions that we don't necessarily have to adhere to now. We can be a little bit more loose We don't have to hold on to something and try to subdue it and push it into a direction.
That is so good, because what you're getting into is actually deeper than just capitalism. And it's these deeper beliefs that colonialism came from.
Yeah.
And it's this idea that I'm right, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I need to know something, and then I have to do something with that knowledge in order to prove that I'm worthy.
Yeah. One step ahead or something like that.
Right. And when we can let go of all those layers and just realize that we are on a journey.
Yeah.
Like, I am like 46 and I'm like halfway-ish mark. I don't know. If I keep it up with the biscuits and gravy, it might be a little bit over, but
Oh, I think you'll just live longer.
it's that our entire life is important. And when we rush so fast through today, through needing to master something, it actually makes us a slave to the system.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that was a zinger. Can we put that in a short?
That's what goes on TikTok.
So it'll go back to something longer, so there's a greater understanding.
It's so sad to me, because I am not excluding myself from this. Like, I'm speaking from experience. These are the things that I deal with every day in my own life, reminding myself, hey, check your ego, because do you really need to know something? Because when I know something, I am certain to mess things up. But when I'm feeling, when I'm deeply connected, that's when everything flows with ease.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, in my design, that requires slowing down, requires taking a breath, feeling into my body, and then speaking. And when I do that, what comes out is absolutely amazing. But when I'm speaking from ego, from this need to know something or need to be important, I think the cure for capitalism, I'm going to be really bold.
Okay.
The cure for capitalism is trust. It's trusting humanity. It's trusting people. It's trusting yourself. It's trusting your vibration.
Yeah.
And I lost this for so many years. And it's been literally this week that I remembered my love for humanity, that I remembered why I love to exist, why I don't worry about money, why I don't worry about resources. It's because I trust that the universe, that me, that all are one, we are connected, and I am divinely cared for. And when we can live from that state, we need for nothing. And having children was what set me back for so many years, because I knew I would be cared for, but what about my kids? What about my kids? I've got to provide for my kids. And that in itself was also just a lack of trust. Me saying, oh, I can trust the universe with me, but not with my children. So as I lean into that, I remember that the law of reciprocity is alive and well in all of us. When someone does something for you that really touches your soul, don't you want to do something in return?
Oh, yeah.
And that is the cure for capitalism.
Yep.
Okay, you can speak now.
I don't have anything to say. I had thoughts. I had words. Now I'm just in awe. Because I just learned something.
What'd you learn?
I learned that I was holding on to this idea that there's this special kind of capitalism that I'm a part of, that believes in reciprocity, that has this certain approach. And then I realized that I wasn't believing the law of reciprocity to the extent that I thought I was. In fact, I've been holding myself back. And I oftentimes get worried about whether I'm playing my role properly to really work on a team. And that came from being really stuck in this thinking of, I have to prove something. So thank you for helping me see another layer of having to prove something. I really appreciate that.
It's my greatest joy. It's my greatest joy to see people come alive and to see shame melt away and to see love for themselves and to see compassion in themselves, for the people around them. I can't think of a greater thing in the world than to just one by one touch a life and to share a space of love and compassion. So join our Skool community because we're having fun and we're living different. Yeah. And it's still brand new, and yet it's growing every day.
See you on the other side.
Yes.